This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Well, today I wanted to talk about a few things because I have a storage unit, and as you know, I have over 3,000 games. And I'm I try to keep as limited amount of stuff as I can in here. And not so much that, but I try to cycle through, play it, do it live, and then move it to the storage. And, or if I'm going to play it, I know that I'm going to play offline, I'll keep it here, of course. If I know that I might come back to it, I can always run down the street and get it. The storage unit's only about 2 or 3 miles away, away from the farm, believe it or not. And it's just one of those things that I can bounce back and forth. But something really amazing happened today, and I think this was kind of sparked by a conversation that I had with Ronnie Rettin, the CEO of Mantic. And we were talking about HeroQuest and how back in the day, and we were talking about games in general, and how back in the day that, you remember games more from when you were younger. You played with your toy soldiers, they were special to you. I don't mean to put them that way, but back then it was Micro Armor and all this other stuff that I had mounds and mounds of, and I still do. And you remember a better time. And as I was loading up for the storage unit, because I was taking a big load over and I was bringing over some stuff, and I just felt different about something. And the night before, I had taken out HeroQuest, and I started playing it. And I didn't realize how dated this game really has become. It's nothing that they've done wrong, believe it or not. Hasbro has done a fantastic job bringing this game back. But when I was playing around and I said, oh, well, I promised I was going to paint this and this, that, and the other. This game is really dated. The computer program doesn't help it much. And with me exploring things such as this fantasy, a fantasy world creator, League of Dungeoneers, Dungeon Universalis, I can go on, Chronicles of Drungor that have come along that have really changed the way I kind of think dungeon crawlers should go. Even D100, 4 Against Darkness. And I realized how dated that is. Now, will I continue to collect everything for it? I think out of a sentimental value type of thing, I will. And then be ready for when my grandson comes of age, that we can play it together, and maybe that's his start. Maybe he gets a feel for it. And, will Dungeon Saga Origins even replace that? If you haven't seen the interview with Ronnie Rettin from Mantic Games and how he wanted to become engaging and just keep things simple, I went, wow, I get it. And I packed up all the HeroQuest stuff I had and I brought it to the storage unit. And I think I'm going to do a video because every couple of weeks I bring things to the storage unit and I bring things back in. And I really felt that out of all the things that were kind of shocking, as my daughter-in-law runs by, I was really shocked that I kind of got to a point where I just said, that's enough. I have all this HeroQuest stuff here. I keep on saying I'll get to it and I'll play it. And then when I finally took it out privately offline, I didn't realize how dated and how bored I was. So all that stuff went. I took over a couple of other games that I really kind of said, I took over Shadows of Brimstone, believe it or not. Now, I love Shadows of Brimstone, but where's all the new stuff that they promised? Okay? To keep it new and fresh. And I packed up all that and I brought that over to the storage unit. I've played it 1,000 times and it's kind of the same thing over and over again. You can only beat a dead horse so many times. I love those two games. Let's get this straight, okay? This isn't dumping on these games. This is just trying to tell you that, there comes a point where you just have to go, hey, you know something? This stuff is getting old a little bit. It's going to stay in my collection, but it needs to go away for a while. A long while. Hopefully I have a long while. The way we're going, we don't know. But, I'm thinking, geez, we've been waiting from Flying Frog to put out, these two, the Viking set and all this other stuff. And it's just not, it's not coming. And there's no end in sight. Now, maybe this summer. Okay, we were hoping for that last summer. And the summer before that. And, I love what they do. And, I've been waiting for a fantasy version of Shadows of Brimstone because I really enjoy it. But, honestly, kind of tired of the Old West thing. I'm just kind of tired of the game in general. So I brought it back, let it sit for a while, let it ferment for a bit, and then bring it back, maybe a year from now and play it again. That was a big stack of stuff that I brought over. Frontier Town, which is fantastic. And they're all great. It's just, you can only beat a horse so long. And, I brought back a game that, everybody keeps on telling me, hey, you've got to bring this back. You've got to check this out. And I said, okay, Infinity, Code 1, Operation Crimson Stone. Nice little introductory battle pack. A little board here and map and some buildings. And I'm going to give this a go. Matter of fact, as I'm taping this, I'm putting some of the figures in, gluing them together. Pewter, of all things. So maybe this is my introduction or really that gets me into this. And we'll see how this goes. I've heard a lot of good things about Infinity. And this might be one of those things that, we talk about taking a different direction here on the channel. Getting away from the Warhammer stuff. I took back some of my. I took back Horse Heresy. I brought that to the storage unit. I took back the other Horse Heresy. Oh God, it was an older game that came out. I took that back. Really starting to take some of the Warhammer stuff back. Dungeon Bowl stays. Blood Bowl stays. There's just some things, GW, I just won't give up. But I'm starting to bring different stuff in. I brought some Flame of War back. I have a little starter set, Hit the Beach. I'm thinking of maybe doing some of that. Really branching out and kind of showing you guys some different stuff. I've heard good things about, like I said, Infinity. I want to give that a try. See what you guys think of it. And maybe you enjoy it. Maybe you discover it the way I'm going to discover it right now. And I'm working on it right now so we can bring it to you and go through it. We're really taking a deeper look at older things and things that are still available. I'm trying to do that because I don't want to show you something out of print because then all I'm doing is dangling a carrot, and that's not what this channel's about. But also, sometimes walking away from certain things that you go, oh yeah, this is really one of my top 5, but it's old. HeroQuest, really has a special place in my heart, but it's outdated, even though it's reprinted. Nothing's really changed. Same rules, same game, but for a newer generation, a younger generation. I'm looking for something that isn't too hard, but that I can get to a table, enjoy it, and put it away, and then maybe come back to it. Those couple of games I just talked about, well, fast, HeroQuest, and good, just too simple for me right now. We talked about having things too complicated. I also talk about having things too simple. Dungeon crawls, I want to be tested, and I don't feel that you really are in that one. Great game, great, fantastic game. But Shadows of Brimstone, it's been around. It's been on that shelf for a very long time. It's been played. I've done tons of live videos for it. It's time to start looking elsewhere and start doing different things. So as I take things back and bring things in, I'm going to do a video talking about banished, calling it maybe banished to the storage unit, which means it's got to go away for a little while. And I've got a couple more that I'm looking at that are going to go very soon. And we'll talk about that and why they go and why I bring something else in. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you understand my train of thought. Do you feel the same way? Maybe not, but that's why we have a comment section here. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.